You're doing good on our planet. Today is the day that we honor our veterans, and tonight we highlight one local vet known to many as Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, not the Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump. Gerard Romalo is here with this special report, a real-life story of service before and after time in the military.
Yeah, Jim, to say he served his country would be an understatement. He participated in several conflicts right on the front lines and ultimately lost his legs as a result. But now he continues to do some great things, and it all started with his love of riding motorcycles.
You see some of us every day, yet we are distant to you. Our lives are no different than yours.
The words themselves are inspiring, but even more so is the man who wrote them.
We want our lives to go forward.
Meet Lieutenant Dan. Not this Lieutenant Dan.
My first name is Dan. I was an officer in the Army.
But Lieutenant Dan Holman from Las Vegas. Yes, he is an Army veteran, and yes, he is missing both legs. A double amputee who lost limbs on the battlefield, but never his love of riding.
We just think about ourselves, where we want to go, clear our heads, and it gives us a new path.
With the help of a modified trike, which utilizes mostly hand controls, Dan is able to hit the open road no problem. The real difficulty, he says, came back at the dealership and with the fact he had no way to transport his wheelchair on the trike.
I had to go from the service department to the customer waiting area on crutches all the time.
Altogether, about a distance of 900 feet both ways.
And when you do it on crutches with no legs, it gets very demanding.
If you say Lieutenant Dan, everyone's little ears perk up.
Samantha Cashman is with Las Vegas Harley Davidson. She says when Dan approached them with an idea, it just made sense.
And so I asked the general manager if I could bring him in a wheelchair.
And so was born Lieutenant Dan's Wheelcharrier program. A sign like this one and a donated wheelchair now greet disabled customers at more than 137 Harley Davidson dealerships across America.
And if they need to use it, one of our service managers or our service riders will wheel it out for them to help them out of their cars and then to take them around the store.
Dan delivers the wheelchairs, which are now donated by various groups, himself. The program now receiving national recognition, which brings us back to his poem.
It don't matter what branch of service you are. We're all brothers and sisters.
Words about humanity and freedom.
We didn't ask for it. Everyone has a disability of some form.
A freedom to ride.
Next time you look at us, think about what we can do and not what we can't do.
And a freedom to serve, disability or not.
Yeah, Lieutenant Dan is certainly an inspiration to other disabled vets, but really to all of us. I mentioned that his wheelchairs are now in 137 Harley dealerships. Eventually, he says he will place them in all 750 dealerships across the country. Guys?
Perfectly told, Gerard Romalo, and may we all follow his example. Do something where you can, when you can. Well, let's stay with that theme of honoring veterans.